Okay. All right, so has everybody got their bits of paper? Does anybody else need some? I mean, we can work together as a team, so need one per group. Okay, and if you've got a deck of cards between a couple of people, that might be handy as well. But otherwise, let's get started. So my name's Anthony Mays, and this is Jennifer Palisse, and we both work here at the University of Melbourne, and this is for Science Week. So I don't know if you guys know, but it's Science Week this week.
Yay.
And so this is the University of Melbourne here, and it's also being supported by ACEMS, which is the Australian Research Council Centre of Excellence for Mathematical and Statistical Frontiers. Your turn. Okay. So this is a research group, large research group all around the country, and I'm an associate investigator for them, and they're very kindly putting on food later. Do you guys know food's coming? Ta-da! It's the first magic trick. Very good. So make sure you turn off your phones, and it'll all be good. Nothing to disturb it as you're just about to do the. Okay, that trick's ruined. Thanks for coming.
Oh, and before we continue, if you have seen some of these tricks before, can you just keep it hush-hush, because it's more fun to watch everyone else struggle with it. All right,
close the door.
Don't
Tritang, could you close the door for me? Sorry. Tom, could you get that door for us? Thank you. All right, these tricks are not to leave this room. All right. So here we go. Here's the first, let's do the first one. Now, do you guys remember the Falcon Heavy? That was a rocket that was launched a little while ago. I'm not going to show you the whole video, but here it is. So this was Elon Musk, who unfortunately seems to have taken a turn for the worse of late. But at any rate, this was the Falcon Heavy rocket that was launched into space a few years ago. Now, it was the heaviest private rocket that's ever been launched. And if I remember right, the largest rocket that we've launched since the Apollo mission. And so anyway, this is the thing going to take off. Everybody's cheering. It's all very good. 57 seconds, etc. Okay. Let's speed it along a little bit. I'm a millennial, I don't have patience. Let me move it along. 39 seconds, 38, come on, 32. Here we go, 21 seconds, 10 seconds. All right, this is where we should start.
7, 6, 5.
And you're a bit fast. There we go, the rockets are fired up now. Everybody's cheering. And there it goes, it's taking off. All right, that's pretty cool. And so that thing, takes off, it can launch all sorts of heavy stuff. Now, do you know what the first payload was? Like, that's the thing that it was lifting. Do you guys know what was on board this thing? They launched this thing in April. Does anyone know what it was? Okay, a couple of yeses. Okay, so what it was, so there we go, the rocket's still going. Yep, thank you very much. And what did it launch? It launched Elon Musk's car into space. And that's it right there, okay? His Tesla 3, his very own Tesla 3. And you can see its orbit here, you see? It's going around like that. And apparently right now, it's right here, somewhere out past the orbit of Mars. So that's pretty cool. Now, what has that got to do with magic? Well, let me put on, there's a certain magic trick that they had to do in order to make this thing work. You see? There we go. Let me see if I get this right. This is very complicated. If I get this to work, this will be the magic trick to start, all right? Okay, so can we see? Okay, good. So this is going to be the deck of cards. Now, we're going to launch off the rocket pad, you see. Now, how does it work? So as we were all counting out before, we always start at 10. That's how we do these rocket launches. So we start at 10, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Okay, now the rocket launched. And we didn't get there, but after about 2 minutes, what happened was the rocket split into two parts, okay? One part came back to Earth, and that was really cool. It landed, and it was just like something out of science fiction. But the other part was the car, and it went off to Mars, okay? So we've got to split into two parts. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, there we go, and then there's 5 left over there. Now what happened was, now you probably don't know this, is that they forgot the car, okay? The car was actually heading back to Earth. They didn't know what to do. But luckily, we have quantum teleportation. So we just do a little click of our fingers, and we very magically transport the car from here, which is the bit going back to Earth, to the correct part of the rocket. And it's going off to Mars. Oh, what'd they say? Hey! Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there should have only been 5. And then if you're thinking I diddled it and there was more cards than there should have been, there was only 4 there. Okay, so what happened? It's quantum teleportation. It's amazing. Okay, so this brings us up to the question of counting. What is it? What are we actually counting, right? How many days in the future is tomorrow? Come on, this is an easy one. 1 day, very good, yep, good. How many days in the future is the day after? 2, okay, good. What about 1 week from now? 7, very good. Today? 0. Yeah, 0, okay. 0, that's a weird answer, right? Okay, now there's also, I'm not going to get into any discussion about this, but the Christian calendar begins in what year? What's the first year of the calendar that we measure? It's 2018 now. Go back to the beginning. What was the first year? 1. Number 0, number 1? 1, yes. Ah, well, okay, that's a very interesting question. 0 is a very tricky concept, okay? So the first year in the Christian calendar is 1 AD, or we call it CE now, the Common Era. And what was the number of the previous year? Shouldn't it be 0? Yes. It should be 0. But is it 0? No. It is -1, okay? Or 1 BC, before the Common Era, okay? That's what we say. But, and you say, okay, well, I can sort of get the hang of that, but as someone said, you said that, little man. Yep, 0 hadn't been invented yet. I mean, invented is a tough word in maths, but we didn't have 0. So, here we go, let's do a little calculation. What happens, someone who was born in 5 BCE, how old are they in the year 2? No. Good guess, good guess, good guess. So, born in 5 plus 2, it should be 7. 6, are you sure? But isn't 5 plus 2 equal 7? That's complicated. I don't like that. Okay, so this is why we need 0, right? I mean, 5 plus 2 should be 7. And then there are other counting questions we can raise. So, how many fingers do you have? 8. All right, okay, everybody's a bit smart. Okay. How many digits do you have? On your hands. 10. Okay, thank you. Okay. But what if I told you I had 11? All right. Well, let me just prove it to you. It's proof. That's what mathematics is all about. So what have I got? I've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That makes 11. 6. Okay. All right, you still don't believe me? Let me count it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes? Okay, so you still don't believe me? Well, so now the Chinese have a very sophisticated system of finger counting. Okay, they can go all the way to 10, like, you know, for me, to 10, I even need to take one of my shoes off. But in order to count up to 10, they could all do it on one hand. But they have another system of counting, which is not well known. And that is, what you do is you add an 8 between each of the numbers. And well, why would I do that? But let me explain. You do 1 8, 2 8, 3 8, 4 8, 5 8, 6 8, 7 8, 9 8, 10 8, 11 8. 11 fingers. Nobody's... All right. Okay, so let me do one more trick then. And Jen, I'm going to need your help with this one. Okay? So what I want you to do, I want you to count out for me how many fingers I have.
All right, help me out, guys. Hang on, you're out of Zoom.
Okay.
Yep. Are we counting thumbs as fingers?
Yeah, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's counting tricks, okay? So if you want to see how that's done, then I've got some references, or just ask me afterwards. I like those tricks. Hey, so do people see how it's done or not? Some yes. Anybody who doesn't get it at all? You're the sort of audience that can stay. Everyone who got it? Okay, all right. Okay, let's try another counting trick. Jen, take it away.
Okay. So, we're out for dinner. No, sorry, we're going for a cafe before we come to the magic show. And we've got Arnold, Betty and Charlie, so, you know, good old ABC. They've gone out to the cafe for a quick meal. All right. So they have their meal and they need to pay. So the meal costs $15. So there's 3 of them, so they'll share it. They'll each pay $5. They give it to the waiter takes it behind, and, you know, the owner of the restaurant goes, actually, I'm friends with them. You know, let's make them a deal. And actually says, you know what, I'll give $5 back to them. So the waiter puts $2 in his pocket. and only returns $3 back to Arnold, Betty and Charlie. Okay, with me so far? So the meal was $15, but the owner decided to give them a $5 discount. The waiter put $2 in his pocket and only returned $3. So I'm going to have my Arnold, Betty and Charlie here. Okay, so...
Never sit in the front row at a magic show.
I'm the waiter. I've put $2 in my pocket and I'm going to return $1 back, $1 back, $1 back. Okay, so that means if Arnold here originally paid $5 and gets $1 back, how much has he now paid for his meal? $4. Do you agree with that? $4? Okay, which means $4 each. So between the three of them, they should have paid $12 plus the $2 in my pocket adds to 14. Where's the missing dollar gone? Let me run through that again. All right. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to give $1 back. So they originally paid $5, but I gave $1 back, so they've only paid $4. So between the three of them, they've paid $12, plus the sneaky $2 in my pocket is $14. But it was originally $15. Where's the dollar gone?
Does anybody want to answer that one?
Yes.
Yes? Does there anybody who want to answer it who perhaps might be... Sorry. Oh, is that my pen? You pinched my pen. Okay. So what's the answer?
Well, you said that
Very difficult.
Do you want to have another go?
oh, no, I know. You said that that you took one away, and so they only paid $4. So that's where the missing dollar went.
But
But we took one from everybody.
So wouldn't that be $3 missing?
But you said that they only paid $4 and left $1, because you did say that.
But I took one from
That's true.
each
Yeah.
person.
All right.
Did I say
Good
it
job.
correctly?
Good job. You get a prize because you get to do that one. Once you come up here, you can grab any one of these that you like. And you can even re-borrow my pen. Grab one of these. This is a T-shirt. This is good fun. Grab one of those.
Go and explain. It's a
Okay.
fabulous attempt. It's a good start.
There's no reason why you should be adding the waiters $2. They paid $12, and of that, 10 went to the owner and 2 went to the waiter. That's it. So there was no 15.
Does everybody get that? Even when I hear the explanation.
Yeah.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Does anybody else want to go?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Whoop.
So didn't you pay them all back $3? Maybe when you paid them back $3, when the waiter took 2, they've already paid, so the one amount, you took away $5 from one of them. Oh, God.
All right.
Very hard to
That's what I get to as well. Okay. All right. Let's go one more down the front. Since
Yes.
Abbott, no, Alfred, Arnold.
I think that it's only the 15 was how much that the waiter and the owner were getting, and so giving $3 back, the 10 and the 2, that 12 is still all that the waiter and the owner are getting, but the people who are paying are getting their money back, so that's kind of like it's cancelling it out of the whole deal.
Which is similar to what you were saying.
Yeah. So, all right, well, we better move on, but that's the idea. So you 3 guys, sorry, we've got enough prizes for this high. But yeah, you guys, you're all owed a prize, so come down and grab that at the end of the show.
Is to look at what's actually owed for the meal. The meal was originally $15. How much is the new meal now worth? If you're still struggling.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, anyway, so we'll be around afterwards to go through that. Now, this is another one of Jen's. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
Because I don't know, I still don't know how this works.
All right, so we probably should have started by saying we're going to be doing mostly card tricks the rest of today. And because this is a family event, we're keeping...
Sorry. There goes that joke, sorry.
A lot of the tricks we're going to do are tricks that you can take and easily do on your own friends when you go back to school, okay? So that doesn't mean you might understand them, but today's about trying to think about it too, but you can take these tricks and easily perform them at school.
Yep. And at the end of the show, we didn't give it to you beforehand, but we're going to give you a sheet that has all the tricks on it and how to work them, okay?
Yep.
We didn't give it to you beforehand.
It doesn't necessarily have how they work though. That's up to you guys to work it out. That's not quite visible.
It's very yellow, isn't it? Oh,
Is that visible? Okay. So, we've got here a circle. What I'm going to ask you to do is start on card number 1, the ace, and I'm going to ask you to move a certain number of moves.
Yeah, so you can just do it mentally in your head. So you could deal out the cards, but I mean, yeah.
So if you had chosen the number 5, you would move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So I'm going to ask everyone to pick their own number from the list here. All right. Everyone got a number in their head? Okay. Start at 1. Move around your number. Don't tell me where you land. Okay, everyone good?
Okay, does everybody know what number they're on?
I'm going to remove these 3 cards. We've got a bit of a circle happening. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is move back the same number that you chose. So if you moved 5 and you landed here, you would move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Everyone good? Everyone know where they are?
Yeah. So this would take me mentally a little minute to do. Has everybody got their number? Is anybody still going? Okay. Okay.
I mean, we all chose different numbers.
Did we? Maybe we should check. So what number? So does anybody want to volunteer what number they ended up on? Oh, hang on. No, wait.
No, what number they chose to start.
Yeah, what number they chose. Yeah. Somebody's telling me. Okay, good. What number did you choose?
I chose the number 8.
Number 8. Okay, 8's a good number. 9. Someone else? 8. Okay, 8's common, popular. 6. Down the back. Yep. 12. All right, good. Okay, cool. So we all chose different numbers. So we should be in different places?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, it's a bit difficult to work out where we are, but I mean, there's some brochures over here. Could you do me a favour and just grab this white one here? Yeah, just I don't know, just for fun, let's have a look inside. Just for funsies.
Who put that there? I don't know.
Sealed.
We're in the physics building. It could be anything. Yeah, have you got proper gloves on?
It's suspense.
It's okay. We don't need to reuse the envelope. It's okay. Although, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. That's good.
Can you just hold that card up?
Hold the card up.
Would that be where we happen to land?
Did anybody get this card? Yeah. What? That's amazing.
Thank you, my dear volunteer.
Thank you. That is amazing. Good job.
Do we need to do it again with a different number so you can convince yourself?
Yeah, let's try it with a different number and see what happens.
Okay.
That's one thing about mathematics. So in maths, right, I mean, now you guys came to a magic show, but that's kind of what we call like the envelope, okay? Now that you're here, I'm going to teach you some maths, okay? Oh, yeah, we got a yes down the front. Very good. So what we do in mathematics, and one of the main things that maths really is all about, it's not what you learn in school, unfortunately. It's not about, okay, do this integral, I'm going to add this together. Oh, look in the book.
Speak for your own maths classes.
So what we love to do, Jen is a teacher, what we love to do in maths, and this is what we do, and we're going to do it in magic as well, is you take something that you've learned, and then you try to what we call generalize it, which means change it somehow. Change the rules a little bit and see what happens. Okay, so here, how many cards did we have?
So we have got 11 cards.
Yeah, so...
All right, so let's just try it again just to convince yourself that this wasn't a fluke. So pick a different number, maybe. Just start at the ace. Move around.
Should you do one with them?
No.
Okay. Oh.
All right, I'm going to remove the 3. Bit more of a circle. Backtrack. The same number. Did you still land at the 9 of diamonds?
No? Oh.
Oh.
Should have. Let's try again. Here, can I do one? Can I do one?
Yes.
Okay.
You wanna do a
Let me
line?
have a quick go.
Okay.
So I will just do, can I choose a number 7? Yeah, I'll choose 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That puts me at the 7. Okay, now I take these 3 away, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I come back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Huh. You guys all did it right. So, Jen.
Now we've got someone who thinks they might have figured out how to do it. Here, let us know.
Because it's the, there's 2 of the 8, so the numbers you picked are all numbers where if you move up to the certain number and then if you remove 3 and backtrack, it always lands on 8 because of the particular number. So that's why it says you can only go 4, 12, 6, 7, 8, 5, 11, 10 and 9.
So what number wouldn't you be allowed to choose?
Like if you picked, say, I don't know, 3, then it wouldn't work. You wouldn't land on 8. You'd land on something else.
So there's certainly some numbers you can't choose. Thank you. Yes.
So when the 3, so everyone always starts on the 1, but when the 1, 2 and the 3 are removed, they're effectively replaced by the Jack, 10 and the 9. So when you backtrack, the Jack is like the 3, the 10 is like the 2, and the 9 is like the ace, so you always land on the 9.
Okay.
Look at that. Come and get yourself a prize afterwards. Good job.
Yeah. Come and grab a prize at the end, okay? Well done.
Okay. So now, one thing, did you want to do a generalisation or should we leave that for the... We're coming
quickly?
halfway. Yeah, okay. All right.
So very quickly, just so you guys can think like a mathematician, here's what, when we see a trick like this, here's the sort of thing we might do. We look at what's called the, what are they called? Variables. Variables. So there's a couple of variables here. One of the variables was the number of cards I removed. I removed 3 cards. So something you could do is you could change the number of cards you remove. Maybe you remove 2 cards, maybe 5 cards. And so what you could then do to spice this trick up is you could ask your, what do you call it, a mark?
Yeah, sucker, yes.
You can ask your sucker.
Where do I pay?
Give me a number, and maybe you say 7, and then I'll set it up so that I remove 7 cards, so that it looks like you have full control of the trick. The other variable, can anyone else see another variable we could change? Yes? The total amount of cards as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
So what you could do when you go home is maybe have a play by changing the number you remove, the total number of cards, and where do you end up. And if you're really snazzy, you could try and come up with an equation.
Oh, yeah. Whew. Yeah, that'd be
All right.
pretty cool.
Moving on.
And so this is what mathematicians do, but it's also what magicians do. Because you might go and see a trick, and you'll say, well, that worked pretty well, but that's not how I would do it. So then you have to figure out how it works and say, okay, I'm going to change this a little bit, do that a little bit, and you also don't want anyone to say that you stole their trick. So you change it just enough that then it's different. Okay. So mathematics and magic is actually pretty closely related. So let us do another trick here. Red or black. Now, do I have a deck for that? No, I'll just use this one right here. So what I need for this one, I'll do a, so can I get a volunteer from the audience, please? Okay, I think this hand was first, so come on down the front.
Oh, be careful what you wish for.
Okay, so...
Now,
Okay,
just
so
in case you
I'll
don't trust the yellow camera, that was a real shuffle.
I'll just shuffle it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 14. Let's go with that. Now I need a couple of markers. What about... There's a red jack and something else, a black jack. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do... We've got a collection of cards here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mentally communicate, okay? So what I want you to do I'm going to choose a card, and I want you to tell me whether it's red or black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them here. If it's red, I'm going to put it here, and if it's black, I'm going to put it down there. Can we all see this one? Okay. So is it clear? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this up, and I know what colour it is, and you're going to tell me, because I'm going to be sending you the colour, you're going to tell me what it is, okay? Can you do it, you reckon? Yeah, so you're going to say to everybody whether it's red or black, okay? And then I'm going to put it down here, and then we'll see if it works out right. Okay? So is that cool? So what I'll do is I'll give you, let's go with this card right here. Now I want you to tell me if you think it's red or black.
Red.
Okay, I'm going to put it right there. This one. Black. Okay, black, okay. This one? Black, okay, so I'll put that one there. All right, this one right here?
Red.
Red, okay. Let's go with this one?
Red.
Doing pretty well so far. This one? All right. So the brainwaves are working. Red, okay, so you said that one was red. Okay, so that's half my card, so I'll put that there. Now, just to mix things up a little bit, because we don't want to make this too obvious, what I'll do is I'll move these ones up there. So those ones should all be red, okay? And these ones should all be black. I'll just move those up there. And then we're going to finish the other half. But just to confuse matters a little bit, I'm going to move them, change it over a little bit, just for fun. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with just the last few cards here. So I want you to tell me, is this one red or black?
Red.
Red, okay. Yeah, that's okay. You're doing good, doing good. Black, okay. No problem. Black, all right. Now you guys might wonder where this is going, but we'll do it again, and it'll be a little bit more fun. Black, okay. Red. Hey, you did that before I even picked it. All right. Okay, so now what you've done, okay, so can you go grab a seat for me? Okay, thank you. Now what we've done, all of these ones here should be black. These ones should all be red. These ones should be red, and these ones should be black, okay? That's right, that's what we just said. All right, well, let's have a look. Let's see, so now I was thinking, I was sending those pretty well, I think. I think we had a pretty good connection there. So, there's a bunch of blacks. Okay. There's a bunch of reds. Okay. Now what else have we got here? Let's have a look. Oh, there's my card. What should we have here? We should have blacks there and reds there. Okay. So, good job. No problem. Okay. So, did people see how it was done? No. Ah, well that's good. So can I get, perhaps, one more volunteer? This time somebody of a taller stature. One more volunteer. Come on. Oh, no, don't hold your hand up. I mean somebody older. Come on. Let's mix it around. Okay. Oh, okay, all right, okay. So what I want you to do, now this one, I'll show everybody else what I'm picking, and then, but you're going to have to like keep guessing, okay? So what I'll need you to do is stand here and face the wall, okay? I know it's just sort of like, I feel kind of bad about this. But okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to go through it. Now, if the magic works, it should work this way too. So what I want you to do is I'm going to hold up a card, and then you tell me if you think it's red or black, okay? So what colour is it? Red. Red, okay. And this one? Red. Okay. And what about this one? Red. All right. And this one? Red. Okay. This one? Red. All right. This one? Red. Okay. This one? Red. I see. This one? Red. So we've got one like that, do we? All right, that's enough. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Grab a seat. And one more person to help me finish off. Come up the front. Yep, come up the front. You haven't helped out yet. Keep putting your hand up. Okay. So what I want you to do, go stand over there in the corner and face the corner. All right, so I'm going to hold up a card. So what colour is this one?
Black.
Okay. And what colour is this one?
Black.
All right. What colour is this one?
Black.
Yes. Is this one black too?
Yep.
Okay. And I guess the next one's black.
Yep.
Okay. This one?
Black.
All right. And this one?
Black.
Thank you very much. Well, okay, so what we did is now we have all the blacks here and all the reds here. Thank you very much. Now, if I didn't have two people who were determined to mess with me, how did I make the... Okay, maybe everybody's trying to mess with me. All right, okay. You've already got a prize. Okay. So the idea is that if I was to do this without somebody messing with me, then what I would do is only hold up one colour first. Okay, so let's just say you said first one was red. Okay, I'll put that one there. The next one you say is black. Okay, then you say red. Then might say red, maybe another red, a black, a black. Okay, then I'll stop and I'll say, okay, we're not going to do any more of that. What I'm going to do is move this one down here, this one down here, and move those ones up there. And this one works really well, okay, as long as you can hide the cards. Now, what have I got here? I should have all blacks, right? Yeah. But, okay, I should have, but we know that they're all the reds, right? All of those are reds at the moment. Okay, now these should all be red, so that's cool. I'm in business on that side. Now, then what I do is I mix that around. Now, what have I got left? I got black cards left. So there we go, there's a black, and you might say, okay, that's black, and you say this one's red, and you say this one's red, that one's black, maybe that's a black, red and red. And then I say, okay, cool. Now I just have to remember what was the cards that I just put down. What colour were the cards I just put down? Black. Black, okay, so now I reach over there and say, look at that, good job, you found the blacks. And then I know that these must be red, so I turn those over. And then we're like, ooh, that's not bad. Let's see what else we can do. Then I grab these, now I've got to be a little sneaky. So I take these and gather them up, and then I say, okay, well, I needed to have black in this corner, so I just grab the black ones. And I needed to have red in this corner, so I just grab the red ones. No? Yeah, exactly, that's right. See, I cheated a little bit. Okay, so, you know, magic, okay, everybody knows there's no real magic, right? I don't want to... Uh-oh. Sorry. So, yeah, I was definitely cheating. Okay, so that's that one, which is red or black. All right, and that's a really good one to do. It's very easy. It's not exactly a maths trick, but it's a real problem-solving trick. So if you go on here, I borrowed it from this guy here, Peter Lildahl. He's a teacher, does some great magic tricks, and he just puts the tricks on his website. And the idea is to go through the trick and try and figure it out. He doesn't tell you how he does it. You have to problem solve. You've got to say, well, he didn't really do magic, so I have to figure this out. Okay, and that's one of the ones he does that I really quite like. And then there's another famous YouTuber, Matt Parker, who does some tricks, who you may have seen. And Jen is going to do a trick.
All right, so this is one that you can play along at home as well. Can I just get a show of hands? Who's got a deck of cards handy? All right, if you do have a deck of cards, grab it out. And if you don't, you'll just have to follow along with me. All right, just use the full deck. So I've just got a standard, God, you really can't see that. Standard deck. If you've got a deck, give it a shuffle if you want. You don't have to. All right, everyone ready with their deck? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our telepathic power again to sort our cards out into reds and blacks. All right? But this one doesn't have any cheating. All right, no cheating in this one. Okay, here's what we do. Just turn the first one over, and if it's red, we're going to make it a red pile. And the next card, we're just going to leave face down. Okay, so this is going to be our red sorting pile, and because there's magic involved, this is going to do something with our red cards. Turn the next one over. If yours is red, put it in the same pile. Or if it's black, create a new pile. Let's see if I can get a black. No. No.
Well shuffled.
I did not shuffle these. Okay, I finally have a black. I'm going to make a black pile and put the next one in. Okay? So with your decks, off you go. Black, next card down. I've got red, next card down. I'll keep going for those that don't have the deck.
Yep, so if you're playing along, so remember, put one down as the colour and then one more down in the pile corresponding to it.
I've got a lot of red cards. Okay.
There you go, you've got the idea.
All right, I'll leave mine there. I'll just wait for everyone to catch up.
Oh, you do? All right, don't give it away.
Now, everyone's using a deck of cards in a completely different order. And actually, does anyone off the top of their head know how many different ways you can arrange a deck of cards? You reckon you do? 52 factorial. Oh, 52 factorial, what does that mean? Hang on, does anyone else know what 52 factorial means? Just you two. What's it mean? So 52 factorial is 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times all the way down to 1. That's a big number. And in fact, it would take you so long, like if you were to go around and just pick up one little grain of sand to represent one different shuffle, you wouldn't have had enough time since the start of the universe to have done so. Which means every time you pick up your cards and you shuffle them, it is a unique shuffle that has never been done before, and you could name it after yourself. Anyway, my point is that if everyone's in the room using a different deck of cards shuffled in a different way, we're all in a very unique place. Okay, everyone ready?
Yeah, is everyone done? Still going? Okay.
All right, for those that are done. So we did some sorting. We had some red cards, some black cards. These red cards were sorting out some red cards here. These black cards were sorting out some black cards. Here's what I predict. All right, so just for funsies, in your red sorted pile, the ones that are face down, can you count the number of red cards in your pile for me? All right.
Yep, so in the red pile, the pile corresponding to that, count how many red cards there were. We're all going to be amazed. So who's counted up their reds? How many you got? 8. Okay.
8.
How many have you got?
I've got
7.
Whoa, this isn't working.
13. 6.
I
Nobody
only
has
got
8. 8 except. Okay, so we've got 2 8s. So I think that's maths. Once 2 people agree, that's a proof. Okay.
No one agreed with my answer.
What did you get?
I got 5.
Oh.
Must have done it wrong.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, well, we've
dear.
got to look at the missing pile. Can you have a look at the missing pile for me? So let's go have a look at what's happening in there. Let me just arrange these into colours. Anyone noticed anything?
So if you had so many reds in your red pile...
Oh my God.
There's the same number of blacks in the black pile as there is reds in the red pile.
Oh, I got 5 and 5.
Good Lord.
What are you guys?
8 and 8.
8 and 8. Oh.
Anyone else? Same? 8 and 8, okay.
But we all had unique shuffles that we could all name after ourselves.
Yeah.
I had started with the Jennifer deck and it worked, and you guys all started with your own deck and it worked for everyone. You guys want to say something? Oh wait, hang on. Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm going to explain this right, but when you deal down the cards into separate piles, you're going to...
Yeah. That's the point I get to. Yeah.
Does anyone else want to try and explain? Oh, there's an excited hand over here. Oh, sorry, could we hand the microphone down?
It's because that when you shuffle them, so there would be a certain amount of red in this pile, say there's 6, then there would be 10 blacks in this pile, or something, and then the same on this side, there would be 6 blacks and 10 reds. So if you added them together, it would create half of the colours.
Oh, it's certainly got something to do with them adding to what number? So 26, half of 52, yeah? You want to add something to that? Last comment?
The split piles, we all got the amount of, so the number of reds and that we got on both piles in the even number. So I think it just matters when you sort out the reds, what matter, how many reds you get is going to be the piles in those.
Yeah. So certainly something to do with the number of red in one pile has to add to the number of reds in another pile has to add to some kind of special number. Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely something in that. All right, should we keep moving?
Yes.
We better keep moving.
More
Time is getting on. Food is coming. So here we go. So what I'm going to do now, have you guys heard of cutting the deck? Does that mean something? Yep. So cutting the deck is its classic magician maneuver, okay? It's where you take the deck and then you cut it into another part, okay? You take off some chunk and then you put it like that, and then you take this chunk and put it on top, okay? That's what cutting the deck is. Ooh, what happened to my weird thing? Okay, whatever, let's just do it by eye. Okay, so I'm going to cut this deck. Now, this deck is in a particular order, okay? And I'm giving that away. So what I want you to do, I want somebody, just a quick hand. Yep, okay, take a card for me. Okay, now show everybody what that is. Okay, and just, you know, it is and I'm pretending not to pay attention, but it is the 6 of diamonds. Very good. Okay.
Bang.
Oh, 5 of diamonds. Okay. Now what I'm going you to do, Jen, just put it back in there, anywhere in there that you like.
I'm not in on the joke.
Okay. So now that's gone in there somewhere. So can you please just cut part of the deck off the top? So just take a bit off the top. Oh, right. Okay. No drama. So then put that one underneath.
Like that?
Yep. Just like that. Yep. Thank you. Can you do another cut for me? Yep. Thank you. Okay. And then we can keep cutting. Cut all day long. Okay. Cut. And then I'll do another one. Okay. Keep cutting like that. Now, the good thing is, because my deck was arranged before, I can now just go through the deck and find out which one it was. So, can you guys see which one it has to be? It is that one, right? Because it's the only one that's out of order. Okay, cutting the deck doesn't change the order of cards, and we're going to do a demonstration in a second. All right, so if a magician gets you to cut the deck, they're not changing the order, okay? And I do know that there's at least one magician in the audience, and he's going to be very upset with me, perhaps. But let me just shuffle these. Now, the idea is that you can use the same trick, and this is a very cheap trick. I'll show you how this one works. So, this one, somebody, quick hand, oh, too far, someone. There we go, okay. Just take a card. Okay, now show everybody what it was. I'm not going to look. And then put it back on here when you're done. Thank you. And then I put this on top. Now, it's buried in this deck somewhere. Okay, and I'm going to cut it a few times just for fun, right? So if I'm cutting it, that's telling you that the order, right, the order is going to be important to me. So now what I do is I open it up. I'm like, okay, I didn't do a great job of shuffling, but let me see here. And I hope I remember which card it was. It was, oh, bugger.
Oh.
Hey, all right. So, did you see how I did it? Yes? No? Okay, so this is a very nice, very quick trick to do, and if somebody just gives you a deck that's already shuffled, so the idea is that you get someone to choose a card, anybody, a new person, here we go. Okay, so take that card there. Now, while you're looking at the card and showing it to everybody, I'm looking at this card, okay? So, look at that, I'm not looking at that. I don't know what the 7 of diamonds, what's that got to do with anything? Okay, so now I put it back in my deck, and it doesn't matter how many times I cut this deck, the 7 of diamonds is still going to be exactly on top of the one that I was looking for. Okay? So that's a real nice easy trick that you can do. Someone just gives you a deck, okay, magician man, do a magic trick. So there you go, that's a nice easy one for you to practice.
Question. Oh, good question.
Good question. So let's say this was your card, the 9, and you put it in there with the queen. Okay, there's the queen right there, and then I was to do a cut, and I cut it right there. Okay, then I would look and say, all right, well, the 9 is right there. But maybe what you meant was the 9 didn't go there, but the 9 was on top. In which case, I look at the bottom and say, this is the card I remembered. Where does the card have to be? Exactly, so I just go to the other end and there it is. Okay, so these are what we call cyclic permutations. Okay, and so this is, the whole point is that cutting the deck doesn't change the relative order of the cards. So if the cards, as they were ordered to begin with, were all in some order, then if I cut that, I just take that and put that on the back, the order is still the same, okay? As long as I get to the end and then go back to the beginning. And this is what we call periodic boundary conditions. It means I get to the end, I get to my 8, and then I just go back to the 5. And then I start going through the deck again, I get back to the 8, go to the 5, okay? That's periodic boundary conditions. And these appear all over the universe, really. I mean, a clock. A clock has periodic boundary conditions. What happens after 12 o'clock? We have... after 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock. No, not 13. Oh, okay, after 23. So then we go back to 0. So a clock has periodic boundary conditions. A calendar. We go through January, we go through December and we end up back at January. Internal combustion engines. Okay, you didn't expect me to say that. So if you figure out how an internal combustion engine works, then it does the same thing. It does 4 strokes and then it repeats. It does 4 strokes and then it repeats, and it keeps doing that. And it's what makes your engine, makes your car go forward. Electric circuits, the curved universe. You know, there's all sorts of applications of periodic boundary conditions. So it means that you go along and then you hit the end, and whoa, hey, ta-da! That was weird. Okay, well anyway, it's more intimate. Okay, so art, there's all sorts of, there we go, and yep, so I just thought about that and that made that happen. Periodic boundary conditions in art, this is come on in, make bigger, make big. There we go. So we can see that the water is coming down. Okay, no problem. The water hits the bottom and then it's flowing downhill. But hang on, it's going uphill. Oh, that's okay. We're back at the top. Oh, down. Okay, and so this is periodic boundary conditions. Musical scales. So the first thing we start doing, we start learning middle C, and then we've got A, B, C, A, B. I didn't write that correctly. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's terrible. But this is what I wanted to play. And I didn't tell Jen I was going to do this until we're on the way here. Oh, okay. Am I allowed to show an ad for Victoria University? Let's skip that here. Okay, there we go.
This is the song that doesn't end.
Oh.
Yes, it goes on and on.
How do I make this louder?
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on.
You guys know this show? This was Lamb Chop's Play Along.
Some people
Started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they continued singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
Turn you off.
On and on. I think the show's really over now, isn't it? We just listened to this. Okay, and as you see, it goes on and on. All right. Have you had enough? Okay, all right, sorry. Okay, so it just keeps going on and on and on. Okay, so let's just do an example. Oh, we're running out of time? Okay, cool. So let's move on. We can go through that one in a minute, but let's do this one because we've got to find the treasure. Okay, now you guys have got your treasure map. And this... Okay, we can do the cyclic permutations later if we get some during the food. Okay, where did our treasure maps end up? Does anybody... Ah, there's some there. Go, Rihanna. Sorry. Okay, so the way this is going to work, some pirate gave me this deck of cards, okay, and said, this is a treasure map. It's going to take you to the treasure. Cool. And he gave me this bit of paper that you've got right now.
And it needs to be on the side with the S.
Oh yeah, have a look on the side with the S. Yeah, don't look at the other side. Okay. So, gave me this deck of cards and said, okay, what are we going to do? You need to go through this deck and take out all of the aces, okay? So let me go through, take out all the aces, and so you can, oh, I don't need the joker either. So it's a pretty mixed up deck, okay? Where did I put those aces? There they Okay, you should never do this beforehand. If we're going to prepare the decks, we should do it properly. There we go. Cool. So, now this is the treasure map. And now what we've got here is these are our compass directions. So, that's going to be north. This is going to be east. This is going to be south. And that is going to be west. Okay? So this is our compass directions. And this is the treasure map. All right? So what I want you to do, now it doesn't matter how it works. So what he told me was, the pirate, he told me cut the deck a few times. Okay? So who hasn't cut the deck? Who hasn't cut the deck? Somebody within hand reach? There we go. There we go. So cut the deck for me. Thank you. One more person, right, sitting right there. Okay, thank you. So I've gone and cut this deck. Now what I need is I just need one person to come up the front. One person, anybody? No, you've already been up the front. Okay, yep, come on. All right. And we've got some food coming, so yeah, let's go eat. That's all I'm thinking about. Let's find the treasure. So what I want you to do, I want you to take off the top 10 cards there for me, okay? Okay, now they cut the cards, okay, so they did a good job. Oop. Okay, so is that 10 cards? Okay, so let's put these ones aside. Now, what I want you to do is take these cards here and then hold them up under this thing here, okay? So do it one by one. All right, now, if you see a heart, I want you to go south on your map. Okay?
Where are we starting with?
Oh, yeah. So where are we starting? So I meant to put a compass thing down the bottom, but it didn't print out. So this is northwards. Can I have this thing? Thank you. That's north. Okay? And, well, okay, just in case, that's east, that's south, and that's west. Okay? So we start at the S, and now, what was the first card? A heart. So which direction is that? South. Very good. So take one step south. All right? Okay, so do you want to give me that card?
Right.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, put that there. Okay, now what's the next card? It's another heart. So we go which direction? Very good. All right, next one. Which way is that? East. Yep. Okay. Next one is, oh, it's another club. That's east. Okay, a diamond. So we go north. Yep, good job. Now we go, which direction is that? West, yep. Okay, and now we go north, yep. And now we go north again. Oh, are we ever going to get there? A heart, that we go back south again. What's going on with this pirate? Why would he tell me to do that? And the last one, okay, a club. So that is one more east. Okay, so this is where we are. This is where the treasure is. So, what I want you to do, now that you've got that, I want you to punch a little hole in your thing. Don't do a massive hole, because that'll wreck the effect. Punch a little hole in your paper, and turn it over. And did we find the treasure? Yes. Hey, very good. Very good. Okay, so this trick relies on the periodic boundary conditions. I was cutting the deck. Well, you guys were cutting the deck. Doesn't make any difference. And it also relies on commutivity. And I'll just quickly explain what commutivity is. Commutivity is the idea that the order in which you do things doesn't matter. Okay? So, for say you're going to go to lunch or you're going to go to the movies, the order doesn't make any difference. Okay? In principle. Whether you watch TV or do your homework first, your parents might say that makes a difference. 3 plus 1 and 1 plus 3, are they the same? Yes. Yes, everybody? Yes. Okay, good. Add the milk before or after removing the tea bag. I hate this picture. If the order doesn't matter, then we say that this commutes, right? Like the same way you take the train into the city, you commute, okay? But there are some things where order does matter, like putting your shoes or your socks on first. Does that change things? Yes. Yes, very good, okay. I don't see anybody with their socks on the outside. Opening the door and going through it. Explaining you need the fire brigade before or after you dial 000. That makes a slight difference. Nobody was listening. It would be just like me shouting at home normally. Practicing the magic show before or after performing it. We should have thought about that. If the order does matter, then we say that it does not commute. And But surely, okay, I'm just going to go through this quickly. Everything in maths commutes, right? No. 1 plus 3, 3 plus 1. 2 times 5, 5 times 2.
Division and subtraction operators don't really.
These are different?
Yes.
Yep, very good. Okay, so these are different. And then rotations. So you can do things like, if I say, so let me just say if I'm going to stand here, I'm going to turn here, and now you tell me, turn right. Okay, I'm going to turn this way. Now I'm going to point at the door. Now I turn right. Okay, good. So I'm standing there doing it. Now what about this one? I turn right again. Now point at the door. Okay, so now I'm in 2 different positions. The first time I was pointing like this. Second time I'm pointing out like this. Okay, so rotations are another thing in mathematics that don't commute. And in fact, that's a huge part of physics. That leads on to these things called quaternions, which if you've ever played a computer game, you've used quaternions, because that's how they do rotation in computer graphics. And quantum physics operators, okay, now here's the test. No. All right. But anyway, so if you know about quantum physics, then this is another example. If this h bar thing equals 0, then we would say that they commute and quantum mechanics wouldn't exist. And then matrix multiplication, blah, 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 blah. In general, commutation is a very special thing. Most things don't commute. Now, the reason I'm talking about it is because it didn't actually matter what order I did this revealing of the cards. I could have revealed those cards, those 10 cards in any order, and we would have got to the answer. Okay, so here's how it works, and you're going to have this on your sheet, but I arranged the cards before we got here in this order. Clubs, clubs, diamonds, spades, diamonds, diamonds, hearts, clubs, hearts, hearts. And I did that 4 times, and then put the deck together. Now those of you who are doing your sums will notice that's not a full deck. So I cheated a little bit, okay? That's why I don't let you get too close to the deck. So that's one thing. Now I've got the full description, and I put the aces in there. That wasn't, that was deliberate. It's to bulk the deck up a little bit so it looks closer to a full deck. And I put the jokers in there as well. I'll get a few extra cards in there. Okay, and then you let the audience cut the deck as often as they like and choose the top 10 cards, and you're away. So here's something fun for you to do. Think about these periodic boundary conditions and commutation and see if you can figure out how this trick works. So let's just do one more trick, okay? All right, we're right. I know everybody's getting hungry. Yeah? Okay, all right. Nobody wants to see the last trick? Okay. All right. Okay, so where is my last trick? Okay, so... Pause.
You told me to remind you to pause.
Pause?
The video.
Oh, right, yeah, thanks. Yeah. Let me show you this video. Have you guys all seen Ghostbusters? So here's what telepathy is, just in case you don't know.
You think it is?
Square.
Good guess, but wrong. Clear your head. All right? Tell me what you think it is.
Is it a star?
It is a star. Very good. All right. Think hard. What is it?
Circle.
Close. But definitely wrong. All right. Ready? What is it?
Figure 8.
Incredible. It's 5 for 5. You can't see these, can you?
No.
You're not cheating me, are you?
No, I swear, they're just coming to me.
Okay. Nervous?
Yes. I don't like this.
You only have 75 more to go.
So we're handing out some stuff. Anybody's got it.
This isn't your lucky day.
It's not. I'm getting a little tired of this.
You volunteered, didn't you? We're paying you, aren't we?
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to be giving me electric shocks. What are you trying to prove here anyway?
I'm studying the effect of negative reinforcement on ESP ability.
The effect? I'll tell you what the effect is.
Okay, so for those of you who have seen the film, I paused it there for a very particular reason. Okay? So that's what telepathy is, okay? It's mind reading. So what I want you to do, this is the last trick that we'll do. Okay? Now this is a real maths trick, okay? Here's the deck. What I want you to do, everybody, choose a number. This is a maths trick, so we'll just keep it simple. I just want you to choose a number. We still going with the handing out? I was hoping. Yeah, one more. Well, we're still going to have more after this, so we've still got loads. Okay, any more? There's one more up the top, Jen. Okay, so what we've got is this, and we're going to do a little bit of telepathy, all right? So I want you to choose a number here. Any number, choose a random number, but I guess we're going to need one person to be the volunteer here, okay? So who hasn't volunteered before? Yeah, okay. Come on down the front. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to choose one number, and we'll just keep it easy because it's a maths trick, but if I chose, 78,000, that would take too long. Okay, so I want you to choose a number. So do you want help? I mean, do you want help from the crowd, or are you ready with your own number?
I'm ready with my own number.
Okay, you got your own number. Okay, good. Come up here. Now, what I want you to do. Now, I just touched the cards in, but I shouldn't have. Now, here's the thing. What number did you choose? You can tell us. It's okay.
15.
15. Okay. Did anyone else choose 15? Ah. Okay. Good. All right. You win. No. All right. Now, here's the maths bit. Well, okay, not yet. I want you to deal off the top 15 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now put that deck aside. Thank you. Now, what I want you to do, here's the maths bit. Now, you chose 15, right? And other people, you chose other numbers, yes? Okay, it could have been any number. Now, here's the maths. Add the two digits together. 15 is 1 plus 5. Okay, so you add 1 plus 5, that gives you 6. Okay, so now what I want you to do is deal off 6 cards. Okay? Okay, now put that one on this deck here. Okay, now take that top card, and I'm not going to look. Okay, I'm not looking at the screen. Show everybody what card that is. Okay, so that's the top card. Okay, has everybody seen it? Okay, so now what I want you to do is put it back in this deck here. Just shove it in there somewhere. Shove it in there somewhere. Okay, cool. And then we'll put this back on top. Then I'll shuffle it. Okay, can you grab a seat for me? And I will...
Yeah, like back.
No, yeah, it's okay. You don't have to sit on the floor. It's all right. Okay, so now your card is in here somewhere. All right? I just shuffled it. Does anyone else want to shuffle it? I guess we're running out of time. But just believe me, if I ask you to shuffle it, then that means I genuinely shuffled it. So what I'm going to do now, this is the telepathy part, right? How good is your telepathy? Oh, it's good. It's good. Okay. So what I want you to do, send to me what card you've got.
I chose 4.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so I'm getting a very clear thing from somebody.
I know now. I'll send it to you. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, fax me. Okay, so are you sure you put it back in the deck?
Yeah.
All right, hang on. Maybe I didn't do the maths right. Hang on. What do I need here? Oh. What's that? How did you do that? Blew my mind. All right, so anyway, that's that. And so here's a whole bunch of references. Whoop, let me move this out of your way. Here's a whole bunch of references, and we put more references on the sheet there for you, as well as how to do all of those tricks, okay? So if you want to grab one of those, then come along. But other than that, we have some food outside ready to go.
Everyone to give Anthony and Jen a big thank you. Anthony and Jen are going to be hanging around for a little while if you want to talk about the card tricks.
And we've also got some more up our sleeve.
That's true, we've got more, yep.
We've also got some food upstairs ready to go. And thanks to our amazing sponsors, ACEMS. And we've got some little USBs and stickers as well if you want to get in quick and grab one.
Yep.
Now, prize shorts,
please help yourself.
Helpers, if you want to come down and grab a prize.
Yep, for those who came down to who want a prize, come down and grab one.
Come and choose what you like.
It's a t-shirt. You're just small, that's all. So take one prize.